Well, I am getting out of Grand Lake after 3 zeros, unplanned. I got some kind of stomach bug, and first day I was like, I don't think I'm going anywhere. Went and laid down in the rec center, stayed there, $25. And then the next morning, I went inside and made coffee. Ran into a older gentleman named Steve, and he offered me a place to stay. So the past 2 nights, stayed in his bunkhouse. Yesterday, Labor Day, I drove him to Granby because he doesn't drive on highways anymore because of his vision. And he bought us both Subway for lunch, and he bought some brats, and we cooked up some brats yesterday, and he was very thankful that I was able to help him out with the driving thing, because that's something he needed to do. And I was very thankful with him allowing me to stay at his place for a couple nights free of charge, and got some good conversation and hear some of his stories. And he's an Air Force veteran and flew planes, and but I'm feeling better. I still feel a little, almost lightheaded, and I think it's just from probably not eating enough, because my stomach's been weird. So I didn't really have an appetite, because eating would make my stomach hurt and make my stomach feel nauseous. So you don't really want to eat when you're nauseous. But yesterday my appetite, I feel like, was starting to come back, and I feel pretty good today, other than the slight lightheadedness. But that's, I haven't been doing a lot, just kind of been laying around trying to rest. And even Steve said this morning, he said you're something like you're carrying yourself different, he could tell this morning. And I said, yeah, I feel better. So I was feeling pretty rough, and that's what happens, unfortunately. Sometimes you didn't want to. I was trying to make it to Winter Park, which is just like 55 miles away, before I took a day off. But I needed these 3 days to let my body reset. I got a new water filter, got new headphones, those are on the fritz, got a new headlamp because mine broke. So I needed to get all those things too, and it was nice to meet Steve and help him out. It's a beautiful day. It's got to be Winter Park Ski Resort, I would imagine. And I am maybe going in today. Not sure. Was feeling a little rough this morning, pretty slow. First 2 hours It didn't help that just climbing straight out the get-go. I should check what my elevation gain's been already, but it was a lot. It was like 1,000 feet just straight out the door of my tent. And I just feel weak. So maybe I did too much yesterday. It was like 29.7. But possibly in a winter park today. I was like 25.7, I think. But it was like over 7,000 feet elevation gain is the problem. So we'll see. I have enough food if I need to stay out here another night and go in the morning. I just, after spending 3 days off in my head, I'm like, oh, I don't really need to take a day off in Winter Park anymore like I was planning. So maybe just go in, even if it's later, and, then head out tomorrow after doing the chores that I need to do, resupply, and need to go to the post office and got a new quilt there, so a 0-degree one, so I don't have to worry about being cold at night, hopefully. So that should be good. That's about it, eat some breakfast or something. So we'll see what the day brings, and if my energy comes back and I'm able to do it, I'll probably go in today and stay at my uncle's house. Thanks, Uncle John.
Let me play with your hair and its curls. I found love. There's no time to look back now. There's no time.
So I think I'm going up that James Peak. That'll be the first time going up to and above 13,000 feet. So it's exciting. It's like 13.3 or something like that. Pretty sure it's going up to 13 today. I just didn't know when. And I guess that's it, James Peak. We'll see shortly because far outside it's 2.3 to James Peak, to the top of it, to the summit. So it's gotta be that. Made it to the top, James Peak, 13,309 feet. It's pretty. There's Winter Park and Fraser down there. Whew. Definitely feel the altitude a little bit coming up. Just a little. Hang on, I'm gonna sit down. Oh, just a little kind of head pressure and feel a little lightheaded, and like your balance is just slightly off, not quite as crisp as it normally is. Whew. Pretty sweet. This is the highest I've been on the CDT so far. First time over 13,000 feet. Good warm up, because we got Grays coming up, and that's a 14er coming up here shortly after Winter Park. So I just looked ahead on my map and realized that we're doing another 13er today. So that's why there's so much elevation gain. Basically from here I'm dropping down like 3,400 feet, and then I'm going right back up at least 3,000 feet for Mount Flora, which is 13,123, I think. So I'm 14 miles from here to the highway to Hitchin. 14 miles isn't much, but it's the fact that I've already done probably like 4,500 feet today, and then I got 3,500 more. So that climb's gonna be rough. Just my legs are gonna be feeling it, pretty sure. So I did not make it yesterday to Winter Park. I just started feeling really tired. The uphills was rough. I had to sit down for a minute and it felt kind of like lightheaded. I don't know if I'm just not eating enough or if I'm still dealing with just getting over the stomach thing, and I probably wasn't eating enough food during those days because my stomach was upset. So it could just need a few more days to get fully back to 100%. Good news, so I'm only 6.5 miles to the road to Winter Park, so I will go in there this morning. I think I still have 1,800 feet to climb. You can see kind of through there. Pretty sure that's where I'm getting up to. Flora, another 13er. So, drinking my coffee, hot chocolate right now. It got real windy last night, so I'm happy that I got this campsite among some trees to sort of add some protection. It's a little windy right now, but it's getting better. So we'll see how it is up on the mountain in a little bit.
There's no time to look back now. I can't tell you won't listen. He's the one with the only wisdom. Please just ask him and he'll tell you. He will give you away.
I made it. Mount Flora. 13,123 feet. It's a little windy. I think there in the middle of these two peaks here, I think that's Grayson Torrey. So I've day hiked those, both 14ers. The trail goes, I think, right over Gray's, or like 50 feet from the top or something. It doesn't go over Torrey's. That's kind of where I came from. I think there's alts that I saw some people talking about that you can kind of ridge walk that whole thing, connect it. Ugh. James Peak. Still feeling not super good, just kind of queasy in my stomach and a little lightheaded, so I guess let's get into Winter Park and see if I can figure myself out. Made it into Winter Park. Possibly the fastest hitch of the trail. I think it was like the second car pulled over immediately. Got to my Uncle John's, pizza, Lord of the Rings going. I don't know what's going on. When I was trying to set the TV up and stuff, I was getting lightheaded, so I weighed myself, and I don't really trust that scale in the bathroom, but it said I was like 155, which is really light for me. I'm wondering, just from having diarrhea and upset stomach, I'm just really, really low on calories. So I got the pizza, and I got a pint of Ben & Jerry's Tonight Dough. You know it. And we're gonna try to fatten up a little bit, and hopefully be able to hike tomorrow. But I mean, this morning it was not great. Just not full strength for sure. Which is tough because some real pretty country, about to go up to some 14ers. Normally, I get excited, and I did even this morning get a little bit excited eventually, and then I get some energy, but my body's just depleted. It's like it takes a lot of the fun out of the hiking. So pray that I get better.
Tell me you're not ready.